They didn't have anything up until this point. They just had one great pop-off game. And suddenly, they're in the running here. It is anyone's game in the top 10 because you have to be consistent. And again, there's always those wild cards, those pop-off moments. And here's a look at page 2. Any of these guys are still in the running right now.
We got Bell and Scarlet, who've been wrestled out of the top 10. The Japanese duo who had a premier game in game number 1. Benji Fishy, Mr. Savage saw their demise earlier on. They're going to have 13 points there, but you saw the standings, and we're in game 3. And these games are going to be so critical. Games 3 and 4 really set that tone, because once you get into like game 5, a lot of players are down low. Like, there's an opportunity for you to try and get your way into that top 20, which is where you're going to start to get a lot in the prizing. But for the folks that are going to be sitting in top 10, feeling very nice about their current standings. Game 3, second place Dubs Mega, and then Sapphin's 8 still performing so well.
Nice part, Dubs and Mega. Everyone has been rooting for them. They're like that wild card that came out of nowhere, and they've really swept the competitive community hard lately.
That's right. So I did get word. We have Jordan standing by with our winners in game 3. Jordan, take it away.
NA really showing up and showing off today. It's amazing. Seemingly tapping in that nail on the coffin. Such a please pardon the pun, I have to say, calculated game here from Calculator and Macwood. Guys, well-matted, well-utilized. You dominated high ground, seemingly all of that in-game. Walk me through that process of getting that high ground, attaining, and then dominating for the rest of the game.
Well, we were able to pick up 2 lucky eliminations on that outer circle of 4th zone, I think it is, and we were able to use our mats to build up. We were lucky enough to get half and half, and we were able to just beam people out of the air, hold high, and got lucky with a couple zones.
Amazing. Well, I mean, again, you have 3 games left to go. The strategy, is it going to continue to shift around a little bit, or are you guys going to maintain what you've been working on thus far?
I didn't hear the question.
Strategy, maintaining thus far. You guys have a very calculated and very patient game, seemingly leading all the way up to the end of the end game. Right. Walk me through your strategy for the end of the next 2 games.
Shoot them in the head.
Shoot them in the head. You heard it here first. Back to you, GV and Monks.
Shows his prowess and knowledge in Fortnite. He just said, you gotta respect it.
Some people, it's just that simple, and maybe he's just wired that way, right? We're all wired a little differently. Calculator has clearly got his head on his shoulder. He's ready to just shoot them.
Yeah, but Macwood was the one doing a bulk of shooting in that last game. 7 eliminations for Macwood. He looked so great, and you would expect the young Calculator that was in charge of playing. Macwood, man, holding it down. And let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I mean, you know, Macwood's not here, right? But I think it's just important to note that you have to have teammates at any point. You need that. It's so necessary. You got to trust in your teammates.
Yes, I mean, we've seen it from the start of every round. Some teams are just more aggressive than the others, and they know it.
A lot of great moments in that game, and good news for us is that we got Sundown standing by to break it all down. Sundown.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy and Monster. Now, we talked about Safe and Zach. Just got to talk with Macwood and Calculator, but Dubs and Mega had an incredible game from the early into the mid that they transitioned into a top 2 performance. So let's dive right in and see what allowed to make them into the top 2. First, no in the bottom corner, but the rifle fired together. The second they see the shield is down, able to pick up 1. Mega is the one who is leading the charge here. He picked up all 4 of their first elims. You can see well picked up, and the trap is so intelligent. Double ticks going through, places the ramp so it's phased. Knowing the yellow is there, pushes in 2 more elims, chug splashes. Dubs stays up with just barely enough HP, and you can see he's trying to trap the floor every single time. He gets the mid-game, so 5th elim for Mega. We talked about how high their ceiling was, unfortunately using the shockwave to go down and end up at a low ground disadvantage. Calculator and Macwood able to ride it out, but now Mega and Dubs have pushed into that top 3, challenging to be the first ever World Championship duo. The team who has possibly the highest ceiling, full qualified solos and duos. The question is, in the last half, the last 3 games, will they be able to keep it up? Will NA stay on top? Will Serpent and Hype represent OG and upset the afterburn? I'm about ready to see some hype myself. Let's go inside for the last 3 games. Gentlemen, take it away.
Well, if you want, I've got you covered, baby, because these games have been incredible. And if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome to the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. We're in the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Game 3 just concluded. We have 3 different winners across 3 different games. This is our duos competition. These players are playing for a lot of money in prizing. So much on the line here. Lives will change forever after today for those players that are on stage. Some of what you're seeing on your screen right now. In, what I would say, in situations that you can find themselves in. They're right there. Zayton Staff, 3 games in, still holding on to first place. It has been wild stuff. Welcome, I'm Golden Boy alongside with Monster D-Face here. And it's been a great day. Really, there's nothing more that you could possibly say about it. And as I had mentioned before, the prizing, the money that these guys are battling it out for, this is it. First place will take home $3 million. Second place gets $2.2 million. Like, that's just absurd. You get in the...
We're getting here. 4 millionaire duos before the weekend is over. Not to mention all the fame and clout that comes with it. So I think you'll be pretty well off at that point. But everyone's a winner here. We're here to celebrate all of the competitors that made it this far to the Fortnite World Cup final stage, because those 10 weekends of qualifications were not easy.
Yeah, when you get into 10th place, that's where you really start to rack up the coin. But Game 4 now about to begin. Here we go, folks. Let's see who's going to come out on top. We've had 3 different winners, but our top performers have been consistent through and through. Are we going to see a repeat winner? Are we going to get a new one to add to the list? It's now time. The battle bus is loaded up. Let's start Game 4.
And you know what? Every game so far, we've seen a new winner. I love that. Same thing with the Pro-Am. There was always some new duo showing that, hey, we've been playing this game. We're ready to take a victory. Everyone here has the potential to come out on top. You see it unfold in those final moments.
Throughout the weekend, we've been doing interviews. different competition there, but he was just going into boxes. He didn't care, not a care in the world for them. Now Vokes and Parpy do find a player. Well, here, right side of Jump Street.
And he hit him once for Whites already, so that means there is no shield on that player. You can have up to 100 effective shield. That player's dangerously weak, and Vokes just keeping an eye on him. He doesn't know if he slipped out already, and he says, you know what, I'm going to go back to my teammate. It's a little too risky getting split up here.
Play for the mid to late game in this situation now, but 7SSK is going to be dealing once again with Spades and Crimson. Seems like just a constant for them. They cannot seem to win out on this fight. Crimson's going to be down though, so the advantage could be going in the favor of Jamside and 7SSK. Spades going to have the high ground, now having to deal with a 1v2. Does he have what it takes to pull this one off? He doesn't own that wall. He has no more builds to work with as well. They're going to push out, and Spades couldn't deal with it, and that's going to be the win there for those two.
You would think for Jamside and SSK, like, hey, you know, we've been landing here, haven't been successful. Do you mix it up? They say, nah, I'm going to stick to my guns here, because everyone's a winner, regardless.
The VP boys coming out on top. Week 6 qualifiers for them, and they just need that game. So many of these players in that one game that catapults them into the top 10. And then the momentum shifts, the confidence starts to rise up. You think to yourself, I am capable of being able to do this.
Girl looking for it right here. Love this dual perspective right now. Mongo's actually looking for a side angle. He's going for the offense, pushing out. Is he tracking this player down? It's really hard to tell. They're getting into, really just going deeper into Neo Tilted. If you hang on the outskirts or by the slips, you're at huge risk for getting dived onto. It looks like, so you know what, we're just going to continue to push on through. Those guys dive off, and those markers are actually the trackers. They say, hey, you're going this way. Mongo still wants a piece of this.
Keep it up with our players moving into crowded Neo Tilted, the new area that was introduced a little while ago. Some players made Tilted Towers their home. This is the strong spot for so many, like Aiden, right? But ever since it changed, you started to see players second guess whether or not they wanted to go to the new Tilted. Talking to Aiden earlier, actually when we went out to go get pizza and stuff, he had mentioned like Tilted's just a whole different beast. It's not something that you want to deal with. I don't really see it going that way anymore.
It's just a different lay of the land. Things start to shift. Different comforts kind of tend to evolve and whatnot here. But we have Twiz in cover H looking for a push down right now, and they have the positioning, they have the high ground, and it's just a matter of, do we want to dive down? They don't want to give up their angle. They know this duo below them have a flint knock. Flint knock can do so much damage if you peek the wrong way. Minimal's going to hit you for about 80.
This duo from New Zealand, we had a chance to talk to them for that piece, and great to see that friendship, the communication that they'll have for one another, something that a lot of these duos that came together for the 9 World Cup portion of the don't really have. They don't have that cohesion, that chemistry that these two will have, right? That Saf and Zayt would have as well.
Crazy to think there's 89 players in the lobby and 48 duos, so a lot of disengages, a lot of solos out there right now. Keenstar and Hunter looking to defend themselves right now, and it's just a cat game right here, cat and mouse game. What are they going to do? Shot on out there, and into the slip they go. They're out. They're trying to get away. That was a shadow bomb right there, and he's gone.
Yeah, I was a little worried about that duo that was coming in, but the storm is creeping up now. This is only phase 1. Nyx gets knocked by Zexro. Saw that feed just a second ago. Item and Derox out in the wide open.
Looks like, actually, they saw Mend right there building by himself in one poor wooden shack, and they're pushing the shack now. So Twit's going to hear these shots off the distance, but looks like we're hopping over to the Loot Lake area where it's Backwood Calculator. Want to get Daedra and Miz. This enough. Yeah, he is going to be able to catch himself, and a build battle goes off, Golden Boy.
Coverage is going to be down. Jam side. 7 SSK7. You're looking at Jam's perspective here. Going in for the fight, and after winning that one out, it's going to be Jam and 7 SSK7 that get the better of the boys from New Zealand.
They found their stride coming into Game 4 so far, and that means they're in the run to put you on just about page 2, top 20, and we talked about it. If you can make it to that top 20 bracket, you're still in the running so far because there are several more games left before this thing is over here. This Calculator finds himself very high in the sky right here. He's got a nice little base, and they're just waiting.
Taking it out, Norwood's going to be beneath them. And those are the players that were forcing him out before. Oh, no. Starting to hear the explosions. Knocking him out.
Wow, he actually sent a shot when the explode came in and hit Cease with that? What? How was Cease knocked right there?
Just, again, when it comes to Fortnite, you never know what you're really going to expect here. Players will always pull something out of the hat and surprise you each and every time. I was looking over at Macwood, who's playing defense. Calculator now really having to deal with 2 players angling shots at him. Macwood back into a fighting position, a fighting posture to help his buddy out.
Yeah, and it's so unfortunate because they were just about to push to seal the deal on Elevate there, and that third party up on the mountain ruined that push.
Slows things down. Elevated C's having to deal with the stinkers and will be moving out of the fight now.
I love it right there. He uses the stinkers to back him off, and since he doesn't take friendly damage from it, he pushes right into enemy territory here. He's so offensive. He's on the enemy traps.
Oh, man.
Macwood gets owned right there.
Not what you wanted to see happen after winning game number 3, but Elevate and C's, we mentioned them before. They just need that moment to pop off so everyone here in New York can see what they're capable of. Such a great duo, but now having to deal with another fight. But to Elevate, what a shot there on Calculator, sending him packing.
Calculator did a great job, though. He did win his straight off against Cease. Ronaldo and Zipper just nearby, though. Looks like they've heard the commotion. They're getting closer. And here, and Zip's gonna fall down here.
The one down low.